giving weekend bring greetings from the posse from Trinidad. This is my Aunt Cleo. I'm bringing from on behalf of my brother and my sister and my cousins and everybody from Trinidad who belongs to Cleo, Olga Charles. I just come to condole my condolences to the family, mine too, because it's my aunt. And have a good evening, everybody. Thank you.
We from Grenada want to welcome you to the Isle of Spies in Jesus Christ. And I'm here back to Trinidad, telling you being the best part of the world. It's nice to have you. We extend our sympathy to you, and we applaud the effort that was made just to be here for that occasion. As I said, 99 years. That's a long time. Somebody said let's round it up and call it 100. But it's a long time. And it's a lot, I'm sure. I'm sure that they had to, in trying to put together the eulogy, they had to condense that. I think my daughter was trying to draw to my attention last night. She has something like 100 and something. Is it grandchildren? Oh Lord God Almighty. That's a lot of children. For those of you probably knew something about her. There are those of you who heard about her, and there are those of you who knew nothing at all. This is an opportunity for you to get to know something about the person who would have actually brought you out here today. At this time, we now have the eulogy, and that will be done by Rina Amigashi.
How can you condense 99 years into a few minutes? It's difficult. I don't know where to start. But I'm just gonna focus on the three main things of my mom's life. Olga Charles was born in the island of Grenada, on the island of Grenada, in the district of Snail House, St. Patrick's. She was the first of 7 children. Her mother and father died at an early age, leaving her the responsibility of raising 6 siblings while she was still very young. Despite the pressure of premature adulthood, she felt obligated to pursue her task to the best of her ability. It was not easy for her, and with no parental supervision or guidance, she became pregnant at the age of 17 and gave birth to her first son, Cosmos. Everybody knew him as brother Barry. I guess she thought he was in the Cosmos, so she called him Cosmos. Followed by Willis and Alston. She was now propelled into motherhood without the support of fatherhood. She recorded those periods as the toughest time of her life. It was through those tough days that she later fell in love with a man named Sean John. Her knight is shining armor, the man of her dreams, Mr. Romeo. He swept her off her feet, and before she knew it, she was uprooted from Snail Mountain and transplanted to the South, where the love developed and grew, resulting in 9 more children. Patrick, Bernice, Veronica, Delma, Michael, Winston, Yvette, Delis, and of course, last but not least, y'all heard of me. I often ask her, why 12 children? Why would you do it again, Mom? She said, in a breath, I have 12 more. We were not easy to raise. because we all had different characteristics. But she handled it gracefully. She knew everyone. She knew the band of everyone of her children. The eldest was headstrong. Michael, I don't even want to talk about it. Winston, the fisherman. He provided food sometimes. Bernice, she was sick. She was there. Brother Willis, he was there. Even everyone played a role. Not only did she raise 6 brothers and sisters and her 12 children, she was again given the responsibility of caring for 3 nieces when her sister left. When her sister migrated to England with such a bright future, then came the grandchildren. He had to raise them too. He had Stephen, Patrice, Yolanda, Leslie, Dillian, Jillian, Wayne, and Lorraine. Everybody knows Jillian is not easy to deal with. She stole from mom is so bad. My mom would count the money and put it in for her. If she put 37, you raise it up to 35. And she get kind of confused and say, I thought it was 25 or 37. And she now confused her and was, no, it was 35. Then I am already saying her life was centered on God, raising children, and farming. She was God-fearing and always relied on Him for strength and wisdom. This was evidenced by her water baptism. And I remember that day when she was supposed to be baptized, I called Yvette and I said, I wonder how Pastor King going to get this lady head out of the water. Because she never been to the sea. She never wore a swimsuit. She never wore slacks. It was not a woman thing to do. Her dress was always below her knees, and her shoulders was always covered. And that's where me and her did not agree. Because I always like straps. Spaghetti straps. I don't matter what the top would be, I'll cut it and make my own strap. Tie it up. It's a child. Can you cover your back? You gonna get rheumatism? I said, don't worry, mommy. I'll be okay. This one, prayers was a part of her daily living. At night, she demanded that every one of her children say the Our Father. I come to like the Our Father chorus. Because when she said, kids, time to pray, they all say, Our Father, and it's like a melody. So I guess she needed strength to carry her through all of his children and raise them. One of her passions was gardening. You cannot mention it in Cleo without thinking of working in the garden. She enjoyed working in the land she enjoyed it. And she enjoyed working in the land so much. But at 85 years, she was still actively clearing the ground, planting and raking habits. She never hesitated sharing her produce with neighbors and friends. As time went by, the children grew up, the household dwindled. Gradually, she was losing memory and independence, which she thought had to maintain. Out of concern for her safety at age 92, we all decided that she should move in with Sister Delmont. She moved to Sylvester with her loving daughter, who provided her with skilled nursing care. She spent 7 years there with Sister Delmont. Every time I called, asked Mom, how are you doing? And she said, I'm holding on. Lately, she'll say, I did. I did. Then she would not say anything. I said, Mom, do you know who is this? Yeah. Who is it? She can't answer. I said, that's your baby. She said, I have your baby. I spoke to her the week she was dying. I knew she was dying because as a nurse, I know all the symptoms, and I know she was not going to be around much longer. Because Sister Emma told me she was having difficulty swallowing, and I know this will lead to pneumonia. It was a hard decision to make, but I tell her, please do not feed her. Because when you can't swallow, it's part of God telling you He wants you home. And then you try to force feed them, and it becomes very difficult. It goes into the lungs instead of the stomach. So I said, well, I cannot feed her. I said, well, you're hurting her more, you can feed her. So then she said, oh, okay. Then she stopped feeding her. And within a few days, I was in church. And I received the first text. Because I know she was not well, so I wrote my cell phone in church. I think it's very disrespectful to God. He needs at least 2 hours of your time. But I had it on vibrate. I didn't think I could not stop the ministry. It's 10 to 8, and it was from Theodore. She said, Titi, they call me Titi. Titi, I don't think Mom gonna make it. So I was going to put back the phone. In 5 minutes, she write back. She had text back, Grandma is gone. And from that moment, I did not hear one word the minister say. I'm struggling still. I'm happy that Mom is going to heaven. And she did dedicate her life to Jesus Christ. She also showed some of his characteristics. Most time, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, you'll see it read at weddings. But I can gladly read it for my mom because it surely describes her. Without love, you have nothing. We should love everyone, for this is what God promised that we love. We may have money, but in the end, it does not take the place of love. You will still be unhappy. I'm talking to fellow Grenadians. I've come and go. Most of you, I don't like what I see. You used to be more loving. A lot more loving. Please continue with the loving people you used to be, because the time is so short. You watch a TV and you see the news and you pay no attention to what's going around you. But the time is nigh. I'm no minister, but this is God telling me to tell you. Be ready. Ebola. Yes. Chikungunya. What we have here. I call it chicken gonorrhea. Because I've never heard of anything like this. Touch everybody. He said in the last days there will be pestilences and it's coming on. You got to be prepared. Time is short. I'll let Pastor King do the rest of the preaching. On Sunday, September 28th, 2014, my mom went home to be with the Lord. She left me alone. You know how many children. I don't have to repeat. There was a friend of mine that came on vacation. He said, it's so hard to date somebody. Everybody I talk to, they are your family. We are related. I said, that's what happened when you have 12 children. It's hard to date because we don't know who is who. There are so many in our families. So we have to be careful, otherwise we'll be dating our brothers and sisters. So I got to end. She left many nieces, in-laws, families, and friends. Mom, you have fought a good fight. And I'm so proud of you. You whipped us, but did not abuse. And I'm glad, because I don't know how I would survive in America without you. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody. Amen. I see that my mom was loved by the amount of people that is here. Welcome.